Now here in the UK, we all love a bargain, those whoopsie stickers in the supermarket, but how can you do it with public transport? It's time for another trip with the Lancashire Wanderer. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a bit of a challenge on my hands. I'm heading out with just £10 to spend. Wonder how far I'll get. First stop, Chorley bus station for the 125 to Preston. Just got off the bus at Preston bus station. I'm now in Twinkly Square in Preston. It's actually warmer here than it was on that bus, so Stagecoach, do put your heating on. You know, we do pay for a little bit of heating on our trip. I'm now off to Preston railway station and I'll see you when I get there. So I've just made it to Preston railway station. I don't know what was worse, the travel on the bus for the cold or the hailstone that had just been pinging off the back of my ears walking down from the bus station to the train station. Anyway, we're here now. Let's go and find some trains. The City of Preston railway station opened in 1838 and is halfway between Glasgow Central and London Euston on the West Coast Main Line. Services provided by Avanti West Coast, Transpennine Express and local regional services to Manchester, Blackpool and West Yorkshire are served by Northern. So I've made it to Preston railway station. I'm now waiting for the 10:10 service from Preston to Ormskirk, which will depart this morning from platform 3C. Preston station is also very busy with freight traffic. I saw Class 68 passing me, travelling from London to Southampton. At just after 10 o'clock, my train arrived at platform 3C, a class 156 number 461, for the journey to Ormskirk. So the service was pretty quiet this morning. Trying to find a seat wasn't a problem, and I sat just on the right hand side in one of the airline seats. The seating was of 2x2 formation with airline seats and table seats available. The seats were comfortable as well. As we leave the West Coast Main Line, you can see the 4 tracks that head down towards London Euston. We are now travelling along the West Yorkshire line to Blackburn, very briefly before we move on to the up and down Ormskirk line. The Blackburn line diverges to the left. So you're probably going to ask me why I chose the service from Preston to Ormskirk. Well, this is one of the lines in the British Isles that still uses a passing loop with a single track. So more about that a little bit later on. The first stop on our trip is Midge Hall level crossing. As we approach the Midge Hall signal box frame, the signalman is holding a passing loop. Inside, there is a token. The token is passed to the driver and that gives him authorisation to use the track between Midge Hall and Rufford. We have now arrived at our first station stop, Croston. Croston is a small village in the town of Chorley in Lancashire. The River Yarrow flows through the village and the population of the civil parish is just roughly about 2,917 people. The next stop for our train along the Preston to Ormskirk line is Rufford. This is a passing place where two trains can pass in safety. We cross over the level crossing and arrive into platform 2. At Rufford, the driver alights from the train, taking the passing loop that he got from Midgehole level crossing and takes it to the signalman at Rufford signal box. The token is then placed into the token machine and gives authorisation for our train to go on to the next section of track between Burscough Junction and Ormskirk. So I'm just arriving into Burscough Junction. I'm sure you'll agree with me, the scenery along the West Lancashire line is really, really beautiful. Anyway, let's see Burscough Junction. As we arrive at Burscough Junction, it was very beautiful to see some of the artwork done by some of the local children. Okay, so I'm shortly going to be arriving into Ormskirk, which is another beautiful Lancashire market town. If you are enjoying the video so far, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe in the comments below. Okay, so here I am at Ormskirk railway station. It opened in April 1849. However, it is also served by another train operating company, not just Northern, as we've just travelled on to them, but it's also shared with Merseyrail, with services heading into Liverpool city centre. Merseyrail services depart Ormskirk every 20 minutes, heading into Liverpool city centre on the Northern line. We're not going into detail about Merseyrail today, but you'll see these operate on the 750 volt third rail system, more of which coming in another video. So I am now in Ormskirk and you'll see I'm on a bus. However, I was going to show you around Ormskirk a little bit, but today the weather is so cold. If you could see my hands right now, I don't know how good they come up on camera, but it is absolutely perishing. So I'm back on the bus. It's the 337 service from Ormskirk back to Chorley, and this cost me just £2. One location I did film in Ormskirk was the beautiful parish church of Ormskirk with its steeple and a tower. Don't see many churches like that these days. So the service from Ormskirk to Chorley is a Stagecoach Gold service. Although the seating was extremely comfortable, the bus was absolutely freezing. I don't think the drivers have any heating on at all on Stagecoach services these days. And to make matters worse, legroom wasn't much better either. And plus, the USB sockets down at the bottom for charging facilities did not work. So, yeah. Not very good on Stagecoach part. I couldn't really film very much either due to the dirty windows at the side of the bus. So my journey from Chorley to Chorley via Preston and Ormskirk has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed the trip as much as I enjoyed it as well, despite the stagecoach issues. But how much did it cost me? Well, my 125 Chorley to Preston bus trip cost me just £2. The train from Preston to Ormskirk was a ticket that I purchased in the Northern Rail flash sale, which cost me just £1 for the single journey. And my 337 bus from Ormskirk back to Chorley cost me just £2. So a day out for a £5. You can have a good time if you know how to look for the usual tickets. That's it for this one. I shall be back in another video soon. I'll see you next time.